everyone, and welcome. My name is Jenny Thrasher. I am the 2016 Olympic champion in women's air rifle shooting, and if I say so myself, a self-proclaimed expert in all Olympic shooting styles, sometimes. But anyway, today we have a very exciting live stream coming because I'm going to commentate the women's trap shooting finals. So this is one of the two shotgun events, skeet and trap, and we have an American who is in this final and going to be going for gold, Kaylee Browning. So excited for this. They are just getting started now. Here's what I need you to do. If you are in the US and you have access to NBC, go to the NBC streaming website and search for shooting so you can watch the live video as I commentate it. If you are not in the US or you don't have access to NBC, you can go online to the Olympics.com website. And there, on that website, you can see the final results. Now, it won't be a video, but it will help you see the scores live. But of course, I'm here to commentate and I'll be talking about it. So yeah, super exciting. And, oh, I just lost my stream. Anyway, they are getting all warmed up right now and they are getting ready to start shooting. And as they do that, we're going to talk a little bit about trap shooting, about kind of the setup of the final, the organization, and then of course about our 6 amazing finalists. And yeah, by that time, they should be live to start shooting and we will cheer them on. Of course, I'm rooting for Kaylee Browning, let's go USA. But we have a lot of different countries represented in this final. So, and if you want to let me know who you're rooting for in the comments, I would love to hear it. So, all right, first things first, trap shooting. So this is also referred to as bunker shooting because they're shooting out of a bunker, basically. So in trap shooting, there are 5 stations on this field. And what happens is in front of these 5 stations, there is a bunker that propels these clays outward at a random angle. So you don't know what angle it's going to be coming, you just know it's going to be going away from you. And what these athletes have to do is shoot these clays that are going incredibly fast, like as fast as a car on a highway fast. They have to shoot these clays. So they shoot whatever station you start at, stations 1 through 5, and they shoot with 6 people at a time. So some person is always not shooting at a time. So anyway, if you start at station 1, you shoot 1 shot, or you shoot at 1 clay, and you actually get 2 shots to shoot at it, but it's back to back. And then you move to station 2, and you do that again, and station 3, and you go through that 5 times, and your total score for that round is out of 25 hits, basically. So on day 1, qualification day 1, they go through this 3 times, and then on qualification day 2, they go through this 2 more times. So your total score is out of 125. So super exciting. Zuzana Rihak from Slovakia, sorry if I butchered your name, actually set not only the qualifying record for the Olympics today, but the world record for any match ever with a 125 out of 125. A perfect score. To put that in perspective, the second place person had a 122 out of 125. So, super exciting, of course, that, we have some really great finalists here. So yeah, I'll introduce them and then we will go, straight into talking about how the final is set up and commentating that. So, let me just get my streaming up because it logged me out. But as soon as I get that up, we are going to be good to go. So, first on the docket. So this is our shooter, Zuzana, who qualified in first place. She is 37 years old from Slovakia, but here's the crazy thing. She went to the Olympics in 2008 and won a silver medal. She went to the Olympics in 2012 and won a silver medal. So she is now back in 2021, 9 years later, and is definitely going to be going for gold. She looks very determined to shoot well, of course, as they all are. So, qualifying in second place, we have Alessandra Perilli, and she's from San Marino. So she's 33 years old, and she actually went to the Olympics in 2012 and came in 4th place, which, as we know, is one of the most heartbreaking places to come, and in Rio 2016, where she did not make the final. Another fun fact about her is she is actually left eye dominant but right-handed, so I am curious to see whether she shoots lefty or righty. All right. They have started, FYI. So, as we go through, I'm going to just talk a little bit about kind of how the final works, and then I'll get back to our introductions. So, what happens is the final is 50 shots total, but it's a knockout elimination final. So all of these athletes start at score 0, doesn't matter what you qualified in, and they go and they shoot 1 shot on station 1, then they shoot 1 shot in station 2, and 1 shot in station 3, and it goes very, very fast, and then they all switch stations. And so they continue to do that for 25 shots. So 5 shots from each of the 5 stations, 25 shots. After 25 shots, they say goodbye to the person in 6th place. And what happens is, because in this shooting event in Skeet 2, you could go and you could have 125 perfect shots in a row, like an athlete did earlier. So what happens is they actually break any ties that are not for the gold medal by your bib number, which is where you qualified. So if you qualified in 1st and you're in a tie for an elimination, you're going to win that. Whereas if you qualify in 6th, you will not win that tie. So just kind of interesting to note. So they go through and they do that, 25 shots, eliminate 6th place. They go through 1 more round, 5 more shots, eliminate 5th place. 1 more round, 5 more shots, 4th place, again and again. When they get to just 2 left, they actually do 2 rounds, and that's when they decide your gold medal winner. So there's 10 shots between eliminating 3rd and picking the gold medal winner. And to be noted, and this is how I think, I have never been in an Olympic or international trap shooting final, but you can shoot in the qualification rounds, and in most of the final, you can shoot 2 shots at each clay. But when you're going for the gold medal, you cannot. You only get 1 shot at each clay. All right, so that's the quick breakdown. Trap shooting has the benefit of being really, really, really spectator friendly. It's easy to understand. You shoot 1 shot from each thing, from each station, and whoever has more hits wins. And it's really easy to see the hits because the clays are bright orange, and when they explode, they actually emit a bright, like, orange pinkish powder, so it's very easy to see a hit. Okay, so right now they are on their 2nd time through. So I'm gonna give you a quick score update, and then we'll get back to our introductions. So right now in 1st place, we actually have a tie for 1st place. We have Zuzana from Slovakia, and we have one of our Australian athletes, Letitia. Followed by that, we have our Alessandra from San Marino, who we talked about, who qualified 2nd. And then we have Silvana from Italy, followed by Kaylee Browning, USA, in 5th place. So she will definitely be looking. She had a bit of a rough go on the first round of 5, but this next round of 5, she's doing very well so far. So hopefully she is just getting her groove on and just going to keep moving up. And then Penny Smith, who's actually our youngest finalist, is in 6th right now. So back to the introductions. And they are just about to finish their... Yep, okay, so they've just finished their 2nd round. Kaylee actually had the best round of that, hitting all 5 targets. So we have a tie for 1st place with 8 hits, then a 3-way tie with 7 hits, and then Penny Smith from Australia is in 6th place with 5 hits. So she is definitely going to be looking for a come up too. So qualifying in 3rd today, we have Silvana Stanko from Italy. She is 28 years old, and she actually she won the last World Cup in Croatia. So gold medal there. That was her first gold medal in a World Cup that was in the individual, but not her first gold medal, or not her first World Cup medal. So Definitely one of the experienced athletes who's gonna be in the running, especially after strong qualification today. Followed by Letitia Scanlon from Australia. She is 31 years old, and she competed in Rio 2016, 5 years ago, and came 5th. So she made the final and came 5th. She will definitely be looking for a higher finish than that today, and to be in the medals, of course. It's really, you want to do exactly what you're capable of, and any of these athletes are capable of winning today, for sure. That's the thing about shooting. You never know who's going to win. Okay, qualifying in 5th, we had Penny Smith from Australia. She is our youngest trap shooting athlete today at 26 years old. And this will be her first Olympic appearance. And she won a few World Cups, one in 2017 and one in 2019. I do not believe that Australia sent anyone to the 2021 World Cups, and in 2020 there were no World Cups, so it's honestly hard to tell who's going to win and who's been shooting longest. So quick score update, and then we'll introduce our final athlete. So they are partway through their 3rd round. Remember, they're going through 5 rounds before they're going to eliminate our 6th place finisher. Things look good so far. There's not much change at the top. Waiting, Kaylee is about to shoot right now. All of these athletes have very particular stances they get into. They have particular ways of mounting the gun, calling for the target, everything. So it's really, you can tell by the way these athletes move that they have done this thousands and thousands of times. So yeah, it's also interesting because there are some lefties in this group, and you do not often see that. So in like top level shooting, at least in rifle for sure, you do not see that very often. And I think just because like the equipment's not really designed for left-handed athletes, and also coaches sometimes struggle to reverse all of the techniques and the positions. So you do not see that very often, but we have that here today. Kaylee is shooting, and she actually is wearing some kind of orange auburn colored glasses, which I've noticed in the skeet finals. All the athletes were wearing those too, and I think there's probably something about this background that really lends itself to that color and that level of contrast. Especially there's a lot of green in the background, and then followed by the kind of like grayer sky right now. So, all right, so Kaylee has 3 hits and 2 more shots to go. She has pulled herself up from 5th place at the start of this to a 3-way tie for first. So, back to our introductions. So, speaking of Kaylee, qualifying in 6th place today was Kaylee Browning from the USA. So she is actually from Arkansas, and she is 29 years old and super amazing. She has a really great social media if you want to check her out there. This is her first Olympic appearance, although she does have a lot, several World Cup medals, Championship of the America wins, Nationals wins, so definitely an exciting time for her to be in her first Olympics and to make the final. And her dad, Tommy, actually was a former national sporting clay champion. So from what I understand and the amount I've talked to her, I think shooting runs really deep in that family, which is so awesome. Such like a bonding experience for them. And on the side, she's actually a real estate agent. So, fun fact for you. All right, we are back to shooting. These athletes are just finishing up their 3rd round so far. So, as you know, 50 shots total means 10 rounds. It's a very fast-paced final. So we're already almost a third of the way through. And yeah, I am watching them right now. Not a lot of score changes, honestly. So we are waiting for them to kind of have some, I think they're all getting warmed up, and they're all in this final kind of getting into a rhythm, maybe even I don't want to say flow state, because you're never in the Olympic final in flow state. You're in the Olympic final in a huge state of nervousness. So they're not in flow state, but you know, they're kind of getting their rhythm and getting their feet under them. So there's been several, Kaylee and Alessandra from San Marino both had 5 straight hits on this third round. And everyone else dropped 2 on this third round. So now it is a 2-way tie for first place between Kaylee and Alessandra, but Zuzana from Slovakia is right there. So anything could happen, but at this point, yeah, there's not a lot of leaderboard changes because people are being fairly consistent. So America has been shooting really, really well in this Olympics so far, which makes me so proud as a teammate and a countryman, I guess you'd say. So they have had 4 medals, 3 of which have been gold. So Will Shaner in men's air rifle, which is actually the first men's air rifle gold the U.S. has ever had. Amber English in women's skeet, which was such a fun final to commentate. That was her first Olympics, but she was on the bubble in 2016 and on the bubble in 2012. So super emotional for her in a really positive way. And then, of course, Vinny Hancock with his 3rd, yeah, you heard that, 3rd Olympic gold medal. Absolutely amazing. So 2008, 2012, and now 2021 for him. Just a historic day, honestly. And then very recently, we had Mary Tucker and Lucas Kaczynski, who were partners in the brand new mixed team air rifle match, get silver. So exciting, because there's also a brand new mixed team trap event, which will be coming in a few days. So they will, you know, double trap used to be in the Olympics, and now it no longer is. So mixed team trap is kind of where that's been heading, and that's exciting because you'll have a man and a woman from the same country partnered up, shooting together collaboratively, and hopefully I will see you right back here on my YouTube channel to commentate that. So, all right, we are 2 shots into the next round, starting on our 3rd shot. So as you can see, these athletes move from whatever station they start on, and I believe that goes by bib number, if I'm not mistaken. And they shoot 1 shot, and then after everyone in the round has shot, they move over 1. So it's a very quick, there's actually a lot of walking, a lot of movement. Kaylee looks very focused. After she finishes shooting, it's pretty stoic, which is how you want it to be, right? A lot of emotional control in these finals from these athletes. Typically, the ones you see without that level of emotional control are not doing so well. Because really, mistakes happen. You will have misses, you will have great hits, and you have to kind of be in the present all the time. So, all right, Kaylee has 3 straight hits so far, and she is about to shoot for her 4th shot of this 4th round. And she is doing very well. Again, the first round was a little rough with 3 misses, but since then she, fingers crossed, has not dropped a clay. So super exciting. She definitely means business. And the thing with the shooting sports in America is they are so competitive that when you get to the Olympics, it's harder than nationals, right? But at the end of the day, like, shooting against the best in your own country is very competitive, and it does a great job preparing you. And that's not just in shotgun, that's in all of the, you know, I would say particularly in skeet. We have some amazing, you know, depth in our skeet team, but you see it in trap, you see it in rifle, you see it in all the events, for sure. All right, so Kaylee, because she qualified in 6th place, she is kind of the 6th one to shoot. So her score always updates last, which is kind of interesting. But it does not seem to be getting in her head at all, which is great. So I know the weather there has been very interesting. Something's going on. So maybe at this point it was a broken clay. So Kaylee's on the screen right now, looking around, looking maybe for a judge. It could be a broken clay. And so if the clay does fly out of the machine, if the clay does fly out of the machine and it is broken, they get a reshoot. So we will see what happens there. I'm not quite sure, but I am watching. All right, judge is coming up. Judge is talking. Don't know what he's saying. He's saying something. Looks like he's talking to one of our Australian athletes. And now he is exiting the stations. So he is going to talk to another judge. Okay, something is going on. This looks very interesting. You know, technology and all of the other, okay, making a lot of hand motions. You know, technology can be a really interesting part of the sport because it truly elevates it and it allows us to do things that we couldn't otherwise do, but when it messes up, it can be very annoying. So, Kaylee should be the next to shoot. The judge is going and talking to another group of judges. Okay, so Kaylee should be the next to shoot, and when she does, with this interruption, hopefully she does a really good job of like breathing, coming back to center, and focusing just on that clay. So, okay, and it looks like she does. So another straight for her, and we are going to be continuing on. So as they finish on this round, so we are one round until our first elimination in 6th place. Here's a quick score update for you. So in 1st place now, not tied, single-handedly in 1st place is Kaylee Browning with 17 hits out of 20 shots. Then we have a 3-way tie for 2nd between Zuzana from Slovakia, Alessandra from San Marino, and Letitia from Australia, all with 16 hits, so very close. Then in 5th place, we have Silvana from Italy with 14 hits, and in 6th place, we have Penny Smith from Australia with 10 hits. So 5 shots to go before the first elimination. Penny Smith is definitely on the bubble, and honestly, even if she shoots all 5, she would need some big favors from some other athletes in the final to stay in. However, you know, for being the youngest athlete and for being her first Olympics, hopefully that's a result that she's happy with. Of course, you're never completely happy if you don't win, and even if you do win sometimes. But it'll be really interesting to see when she steps off the line in 5 more shots. If she's smiling, how her coach interacts with her. Like, I always think that's very interesting. Yeah, all right, they're getting prepared. They've started shooting. Zuzana shoots first because she was the number 1 bib number. And, oh, I was talking about the weather earlier. So the weather seems quite interesting there. Very hot, very humid. Tokyo in the middle of August, July, very hot. And also pretty windy from what it looks like with the wind flags. And of course the wind can definitely make a difference, especially when the clays are already flying so fast. And also on their practice day, so 2 days ago when they were doing their official practice, it was pretty much a monsoon. I saw some videos and pictures and it was pouring down rain. So luckily today it looks like there is no rain. But yeah. All right, Kaylee with another hit. And the men's final will be directly after this. Unfortunately, none of our U.S. athletes made the final, so I will not be staying and commentating it, but if you would like to watch it, I'm sure it will be a great time. I am going to go to bed because while it may be the afternoon in Japan, it is the middle of the night here. Yes. All right, so these athletes are looking pretty strong. We are waiting. Kaylee is next up to go. I'm sure her friends and family are cheering her on at home. I'm sure they're also very disappointed that they can't be in Tokyo right now. Not having spectators, I'm sure has made it a very different atmosphere for these athletes. However, every final I watch, there's a lot of good country support. So I know in the mixed team air rifle final the other day, all the shotgun shooters were there cheering on their teammates, and I'm sure there's a lot of coaches and other U.S. athletes cheering on Kaylee right now, as well as every other country, you know, their athletes from the shooting sports are there cheering them on. So hopefully that helps make it feel a little more normal, or even a little more exciting, right? It's the Olympics. Maybe it doesn't feel normal, but make it feel a little more authentic, I guess. So, and if you've been listening to any of my other live streams, shout out to you, Mom, and Dad, probably, although he should be asleep, but my parents are probably up listening to this live stream. So for them and anyone else who's been listening to the live streams, fun fact, I do a Instagram live guest every single month on my Instagram at Jenny Thrasher, and I've had several of our medalists on so far. So I've had Vinnie Hancock, which was a super good chat we had. I had Lucas Kaczynski, and hopefully I will have some more of our medalists on later. And but this next month in August, I'm actually going to have Dan Durbin, who is the USA Olympic rifle coach. So that'll give us a super interesting look into kind of what it's like coaching at the Olympics. And this is also not his first rodeo by any means. He has been to the Olympics as an athlete, he's been there as a coach, he's been to the Paralympics as a coach, he has retired from coaching and then come back and is now with us again. So this will be a really good experience to kind of get the inside scoop. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you don't already. So, okay, we are in our 5th round, getting ready for elimination. Kaylee unfortunately had her first miss in almost 20 shots. Oh no. Okay, followed by a second miss. So 2 misses in a row. Gonna look on this live screen, see what her reaction is. But that is unfortunate for sure. So now at least they're going to walk and start the 3rd round. They may even have a break while the next person is eliminated. And so as they walk and do the 3rd round, she will have time to recollect, refocus. And this is far from over. So right now she is in 2nd place and there's plenty of time left. So anyway, the live stream lags behind a little bit, so I'm gonna watch. Okay, she just had her 2nd miss. Looks very composed. She head down, focused, composed, good. Not worried about her. So, all right, so now we are saying goodbye to Penny Smith. Congratulations. She's giving some high fives to her coaches. Oh, a little smile. Looks a little upset. Yeah. I think very few people realize the emotional roller coaster that being an elite athlete is. But anyway, going into our next round, Zuzana in 1st place, 22 out of 25, or 21 out of 25, sorry. Kaylee, 20 out of 25. Letitia from Australia, 19. Alessandra, 19. And Silvana, 17. So, still a very close contest. Anything could happen, but we only have 5 more shots until we eliminate our next person. So we will see what happens. Very competitive final, like we talked about. I would say Zuzana is our most experienced athlete here with 2 Olympic silver medals under her belt and the 1st place qualification, including the qualification Olympic and world record, 125 straight. So she's our most experienced athlete. If her and Kaylee were battling it out for 1st at the end, I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, at that point, awesome. Like, awesome for both those athletes, you know? All right, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I will try my best to answer them. I did learn to shoot trap when I was in high school, so my high school coach, obviously as you guys know I'm a rifle shooter, but my high school coach, anytime he thought I was getting bored, he would take me and we would go shoot shotgun or pistol or muzzle loader or anything just to you know, kind of break me out of it and enjoy shooting, right? He was always about like passion for the game has to come first. So anyway, he taught me to shoot both skeet and trap. Full disclosure, I suck at both of them. When you spend your entire life training to shoot something that is so still, it's hard to shoot something that's moving that fast. And I find that most shotgun shooters struggle with rifle and pistol because the targets are stationary, and it's just a different set of skills. So, but what he always said was kind of interesting. He said that trap is easy to learn, but hard to master. Easy to learn because it's very, it's kind of a straightforward game, right? You shoot one shot from each of the 5 stations, but hard to master because it's so difficult that they're moving at random angles, they're moving so fast, you never know where they're gonna go. So spectator friendly, easy to learn but hard to master. And then skeet, he always said, was the opposite, hard to learn. I think the movement patterns of skeet are more complex, right, with the high and the low houses. However, the targets are going the same every single round. So with enough repetition, you know where the targets are going to go, unless it's super windy. So they actually say that athletes who are younger and less experienced do better in skeet in the wind because they're not pattern memorizing, they're just trying to shoot at the target as it goes by. Whereas very experienced athletes struggle because they know where the clay should be and that's where they're shooting. But if it's really windy, that's not where the clay always is. So, I don't know. I don't know if he was right. He definitely was not an Olympic level shotgun shooter, but it makes sense to me for sure. So, all right, they've just completed their next round. Our athlete who's in 5th place, Silvana from Italy, shot 5 out of 5. She really wanted to stay in. However, it was not enough. So she's going to be going out in 5th place with 22 hits. Congratulations. Following by 1 point, we have 4th place. We have Alessandra Perilli from San Marino, 23. And then a tie between Letitia and Kaylee, both at 24 hits. 24 hits. And then in 1st place, we have Zuzana with 25. So, very close. 2 hits separating your top 4 athletes, basically. And yeah, we're down to 4. So once we eliminate one more, we will know who the medalists are. We won't know what color, which country gets what, but we will know who the medalists are, and that is exciting. So cross your fingers. It's gonna go really fast from here on out. So we are 30 out of 50 shots in. So bear with me. I know it's late at night if you're watching this anywhere in America. All right, so our Italian athlete walking off the line. Again, looking a little disappointed. I think her really great round at the end is kind of bittersweet, right? You hope it would be enough, but sometimes it's not enough. So. All right, and they are starting again. We will see. All these athletes have very cool vests, and in these vests they have a big pocket where they hold all their shells. Of course, they're shooting a 12 gauge shotgun here. They also have their countries and last names on the back of them. I think the USA ones look really cool with the gigantic American flag on the back of them. So, all right, Kaylee is up right now. Okay, and she has a hit. So, with Letitia having a miss on that last shot and Kaylee having a hit, Kaylee moves into standalone 2nd place. So, Zuzana, 27, Kaylee, 26, Letitia, Okay, they're still shooting in this round. All the scores just changed. But Letitia 25 and Alessandra 24, basically. So very close. They are all going to... Ooh, interesting. So Letitia had another miss. She is now on the bubble in 4th place. Her and Alessandra are tied, but because of that bib number thing we talked about earlier, she qualified with a higher bib number. So if there's a tie at this place, it's based on bib numbers. They will not go into a shoot-off, which is unlike rifle. So if you hate that, go watch the rifle events. Just kidding. Okay, so, but they still have 2 more shots to go in this round before they eliminate 4th place. And we will wait patiently. So after this, the athletes will prepare to shoot the mixed team trap event. Kaylee's shooting right now. Again, I cannot stream this because of copyright, but that's why I'm here to do my best to describe it to you, and also to describe the trap shooting final and all the athletes, and my hot takes as an Olympic athlete myself. They are 4th place athlete. So what I was saying, after this, the athletes will go and they will have another training day for their mixed team event, and then they will shoot the mixed team. So each country can qualify up to 2 teams. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe Kaylee will be with Brian Burrows, who is an awesome guy and obviously a men's trap athlete for the USA. So I believe they are teammates, and then they will shoot and try to medal in that, and that's interesting because you shoot the matches and the finals collectively. And our other U.S. representative in this event, Maddie, actually came in 7th place, 1 position off from the final, which is absolutely heartbreaking. So best of luck to her in the mixed team event too. It'd be really awesome to see her make a final. All right, Zuzana and Kaylee both went clean on those 5 shots, and they are now in 1st and 2nd respectively with 30 and 29 points. We said goodbye to Letitia from Australia. They were actually tied at the start of that round, but she did not have her best round on that one, dropping 3 out of the 5 shots. So she is definitely looking a little disappointed. I feel like it's hard because you definitely judge based on what the last round is, even though before that she was shooting a very good final. So anyway, we said goodbye to her in 4th place. Also tough to be right on the cusp of having a medal. And she competed in the Rio Games and came in 5th. So 4th place is an improvement. Hopefully, hopefully she comes to realize that with some time and space. So. All right, now we're down to our medalists. This is so exciting. This means another medal for the USA. Kaylee Browning about to medal. We just don't know what color. And also interesting because of the 5 rounds, again, they shoot 3 the first day of qualification, 2 the next day, and then the final. So that's all today. In her very first round of qualification, she had 23 out of 25, which just isn't quite enough to be making the final, and followed it up with 2 24s and sleeping on it overnight. I think she was maybe in like 8th place or something, so right out of the final, but that shows clearly a lot of mental toughness to sleep on a result where you're not quite where you want to be and come back really strong, not give up, make the final in 6th, and now she's gonna medal. So I feel like she's definitely been just fighting and fighting and fighting this whole competition, but it's going to pay off for her. So yeah, we will see what, and you can see she has a little wrist tattoo with the Olympic rings. I do not. People ask me all the time if I have a tattoo of the Olympic rings. I do not. Maybe one day, maybe upon retirement in about, 30 years. just kidding. It'll be before that, probably. But at least one more Olympic quad for me, if not two. Although I did find out the other day that the 2032 Olympics will be in Brisbane, Australia. And I've never been to Australia, so you know what? I may just have to stay in for another 10 years. It's really tough to say. I'll keep shooting as long as I feel like I'm improving, and I love it, which right now I do. So anyway, she has a small wrist tattoo, which is pretty cool. A lot of these athletes do have Olympic rings tattoos. It's kind of crazy to be going and see in the Olympic Village all the athletes with the Olympic rings tattoos, some on their arms or their feet or their shoulders or whatever. So, all right, they have finished. Kaylee, ooh, nice. She had 5 hits and Zuzana had a miss. So they are now both at 34. And Alessandra Perilli had 2 misses. She is at 29. We are going to say goodbye to her right now. And with a bronze medal for San Marino. Very exciting. Oh, she looks so happy. Gun in the air, fist pump. A medal is a medal. Amazing. She's, hugging her coach. Her coach looks ecstatic. If I read this correctly earlier, her sister actually shotgun for San Marino, and I believe competed in the Olympics in like 2004 or something. But anyway, wonderful. Congratulations to Alessandra. Now we are down to 2. This is insane. So here's what happens. We have a tie, 34-34. We have 10 shots to go, and whoever is winning at the end is going to take home the gold medal. So at least a gold or a silver for Kaylee Browning from the USA. All right. Okay, Kaylee with a miss on her first shot. She is going to be looking for a solid comeback from that. Of course, not time to give up yet. Still 9 shots to go. All right. And of course, the bunker that these clays are flying out of is going at random angles, oscillating at random angles, and then flinging these clays out. So you don't know where they're going to come out, and some angles are harder than others, right? So if you're on the left side and it's going completely to the left, or like completely one way is normally pretty tough, or even straight away because it moves faster, but normally that's easier and they hit the straightaways. So anyway, just depending kind of the luck of the angle you get really depends how like hard or easy the shot is. But of course they practice all the shots, so they're more than capable of shooting really well. So okay, Kaylee is up again. She's had 3 hits now after her miss. Definitely hanging in there. So 1 shot left, and then we will be through our next round, and we will do 1 more round to decide the winner. Now, if they are tied at the end of this, Zuzana with a miss, they are now tied. Oh my gosh. So if in 5 shots they are tied, they're going to go into a shoot-off. And with the skill that these athletes have trained and the level they are at, a shoot-off could last pretty much all night, because they could just keep going forever and ever, neither of them missing. But we will see. We're here for it no matter what. Okay. Oh, Kaylee with a miss. 5 shots to go. Kaylee is 1 hit behind. 38 from Zuzana to 37 from Kaylee. Whew. All right. Also, to be noted, whoever wins this final will set an Olympic finals record. No matter what they shoot, they will set this Olympic finals record. And that is because the final format changed a little bit since 2016. So this will be the first Olympic final where this new format is viewed. And because of that, we will just wait and see what it's going to be at, but it doesn't matter. the gold medalist will set it, which is kind of fun. That's how my final in Rio was. No matter what I shot, it was going to be an Olympic record. And it was funny because some people who, you know, maybe aren't as familiar with the sport would come up to me afterwards and go, oh my God, the gold medal's great. And the first gold medal for the country. But the most impressive thing is that you shot an Olympic record. That's like the best in history, not just the best in this Olympics. And I just kind of had to laugh because it was like, actually, that was the least impressive part of it. But it's okay. We'll still take it. And actually, in my event, they changed the final immediately after 2016. So 2021, they added just a few more shots. So my Olympic record will stand forever. And I'll take that. All right, they are in their last round. They both have 3 hits. There are 2 shots to go. Basically, we're looking for Kaylee to be clean, Zuzana to miss one, and then it will be a tie, and then they'll go into tiebreakers. But Zuzana is looking very strong, to be honest. She has had 2 silvers in her 2 Olympic appearances, and she does not want another one. She wants gold, and total respect for that. So, and I think Kaylee will be thrilled. I can't say for certain, but I think she'll be thrilled with any Olympic medal. So, all right, 1 shot to go. Same situation. Zuzana is in first by 1 hit. Okay, Zuzana with a final hit. Does not matter what Kaylee shoots. Zuzana has won Olympic trap women's final for Slovakia, gold medal, and Kaylee Browning for the USA, silver in her very first Olympic appearance. Absolutely amazing. So, all right, if you want to stay on, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the reactions as our video catches up. But honestly, amazing fight from Kaylee all day to go from yesterday not being in finals contention to today an Olympic silver medal. Wow. All right, Zuzana looks very pleased. She's trying her hardest not to celebrate because Kaylee still has 1 shot. Kaylee really wants to end on a hit. Just mentally, it feels better. And she does. Beautiful, straight away. Wow, 2 very, very happy athletes. Hugging each other. Big smile from Kaylee. Zuzana is dancing. Big hug to the Olympic coaches for Kaylee. There's some amazing shotgun coaches that we have. Oh, Kaylee's looking to get a little bit emotional. Oh my gosh. Hands in the air. Wonderful. Happy tears. Happy tears are okay. All right, Zuzana, after 2 silver medals in the Olympics, well-earned gold medal. Congratulations. And they are now going to line up for some photos, and then they will be on to the podium ceremony, and then drug testing, and then a grand media tour. Of course, a few of our athletes have gotten to go on the Today Show just based on the media schedule and what other events and stuff. So maybe Kaylee will get to go on the Today Show, which is super exciting. So, oh my gosh. What a good looking group of shotgun shooters. Oh, they all look very happy. Sometimes you see on the podium people are upset to get 2nd or 3rd, or even I've seen winners who just aren't that emotionally outward with their feelings, but these ladies are very happy, which is great to see. And I think Kaylee said something along the lines of, I can't believe it. So they will continue with their victory celebrations for the rest of the day, and then they will go and get refocused for the mixed team trap event that is coming up in just a few days. And just like any event, if there's an American in the final, I will see you here and we'll be live commentating it. And I appreciate everyone who's joined me today. Congratulations to all the medalists, especially Kaylee for her silver for the USA. That makes 5 medals, 3 golds and 2 silvers for the USA. Amazing. So, all right. See you on another day for another final. Bye now.